Jared from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Can Tony Khan stop Darby Allin from climbing Mount Everest next year if he wants to? Why would he allow one of his top talents to do something so dangerous that would take him away from AEW for a while? Tony Khan can't do much. If Darby wants to climb a mountain, he's going to climb a mountain. And there isn't much that his boss can do other than maybe threaten him legally. But I mean, what's he going to threaten him with? I don't think Darby would care. He seems hell-bent on doing this. He even said when he reaches the top of the summit, his goal is to plant an AEW flag on the mountain. He's doing this to try to get more attention on the company. As much as it's, as much as anything else. He's doing it for himself also. But he really wants to do it to try to get more attention for AEW. So, I mean, how can Tony Khan get mad at him? I'm sure he's concerned. But that would be the most loyal thing anybody's ever done for this company. Literally putting their life at risk to plant a flag with their logo on it on top of the biggest mountain in the world. I mean, and Darby is very serious about this. He has done interviews. He's talked about having a team from Discovery already reach out to him to document the whole thing. So he's thought this out. I think he's nuts, but this is what he does. He's a daredevil. He's talking about never having confidence in some of these interviews when he was younger. So he does these stunts to give him more confidence as an adult. That's why he does all the daredevil stuff that he does. So for him, this is a big deal. But it's extremely dangerous. People die on that mountain all the time. Already this year, people have died making the climb. And the morbid part about all this is that most of the bodies from over the years, they're still up there. I think there's something like 200 plus bodies that are still up on that mountain. And there have been over 300 people I know that have died. But there are bodies everywhere. I mean, some of them are just laying out in the open so that the other climbers, when they get up there, they see them. They're just laying in the snow, probably forever, because it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous and very expensive to try to move them. And some people sign waivers beforehand to leave them up there. If they don't make it, just leave my body where it is. It's like a graveyard up there. Jason from County, is it Monaghan? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. County Monaghan, Ireland. I was thinking about when the time comes when WWE inducts John Cena into the Hall of Fame, whenever that may be. A lot of people would say Edge, Randy Orton, or even Vince McMahon himself would induct Cena. But I really see Cena going a different route. I can see Cena being inducted by his father, or even young adults who Cena had met when they were kids for Make-A-Wish, or the people who are in charge of the Make-A-Wish Foundation to induct him for all that he has done throughout the years. What say you? I think that you are onto something there. I could absolutely see that. I could see Cena being inducted maybe even by multiple people connected to Make-A-Wish, including people that maybe, he granted their wish. And, they lived and they're still around and, they're on that stage paying tribute to John Cena. I could absolutely see him, wanting to do something like that. That's actually a very cool idea. Jack from San Diego. Do you think that Cody's current WWE contract will be his last as a full-time wrestler? I ask this because even in AEW, he was teasing retirement. The truth is, once he inevitably finishes the story and becomes WWE champion, what else is there really left for him to do? What are your thoughts? A few years ago, Cody said he only wanted to wrestle until he turned 40. And then he would love to run for a Senate seat in Georgia. If he's serious about getting into politics, I could see him stepping away from wrestling for a little bit to do what Kane did. But is that going to happen in the next few years? Absolutely not. Is this going to be the last full-time contract he signs? Absolutely not. Not a chance. He's in the position now he always wanted to be in. You think he's going to willingly give that up? I mean, what's left for him to do? Make a fuck ton of money, that's what. Dude's the top merch seller in the company right now. He's not going anywhere. I remember Booker T once saying he planned to retire at 40. And then he turned 40. And he said he thought, well, why would I retire? I feel pretty good. And then he went like another 5 years. And even now, he's not retired. He still gets into the ring from time to time. Wrestlers say a lot of things. When a wrestler sets a date or an age by which they want to retire, typically that does not happen. Sean from Byron, Illinois. I enjoyed your take on the Mount Rushmore of Intercontinental Champions. A few weeks ago, WWE celebrated 60 years of the WWE Championship, so my question is, who is on that Mount Rushmore for you of the greatest WWE champions? Well, if you could do it based upon who were the most important figures of their eras, it would have to be Bruno Sammartino, Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and John Cena. But this is my Mount Rushmore of WWE champions, and Bruno was before my time. My Mount Rushmore of WWE champions, and the ones I most associate with that title, would be Hulk Hogan, Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Rock. Hogan, Bret, Austin, Rock. That's my Mount Rushmore of WWE champions. He says also, what would you put on your Mount Rushmore of greatest WWE Championship matches? That was the other part of his question. Well, that depends. Are we including the 92 Royal Rumble, which was technically a WWE Championship match? Let's leave that one out. We'll put that one on the side. If we leave that one out, and I was scribbling this down, my Mount Rushmore of WWE title matches would be Hogan Warrior WrestleMania 6. Cannot put into words how big of a deal that was. As a young wrestling fan at the time, that was a big deal. To see those two guys one-on-one, champion against champion, title for title. Hogan Warrior, Bret Owen in a cage at SummerSlam in 94. Greatest cage match I've ever seen. I'm torn on number 3. If we're going in like sequential order here, I'm torn on number 3. Because I could go either way with this. It's either Rock against Triple H at Backlash 2000, or the Steve Austin Dude Love match from Over the Edge in 98, which turned 25 years old this week, by the way. I'm torn on which one I would go with. And then John Cena against CM Punk at Money in the Bank in 2011.